We did a piece a few weeks ago where the secretary, or rather the lieutenant governor of Texas, Dan Patrick, decided to make a deal, or he came out and he said, if anybody can find fraud, I will give them up to $1 million per fraud or something to that effect. Well, soon thereafter, the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania did find fraud, and he said, I want to collect my money. I found two people who attempted to vote fraudulently. Unfortunately, those people were attempting to vote for Donald Trump. Well, it gets even better now because it is extended to the fraud that we're actually finding. Tell you about projection. Check this out.
The Texas Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, who has offered a $1 million reward in support of, quote, President Trump's efforts to identify voter fraud in the presidential election and his commitment to making sure that every legal vote is counted and every illegal vote is disqualified. It's worth noting that the reward was not limited to election fraud found in Texas. And within hours of making that offer back in November, Lieutenant Governor Patrick's counterpart in Pennsylvania had something. Since then, Fetterman's claim to that reward has apparently only gotten stronger. Both of the people he mentioned have since been charged with voter fraud. On top of that, he's found another instance of a man casting his dead mother's ballot on behalf of Trump. That person is also facing voter fraud charges. And as for Lieutenant Governor Fetterman, he's still waiting for Lieutenant Governor Patrick to make good on his offer. Let's check in on how that's going. Joining us now, John Fetterman, the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania. Lieutenant Governor Fetterman, good to see you. Thank you for being with us. I take it you haven't heard from Lieutenant Governor Patrick of Texas.
Not recently. I heard from him early on saying for me to get serious, and I'm like, hey, my dude, where's my money? And the good news I can report from Pennsylvania is that President Trump received 100% of the dead mother vote here in our Commonwealth during this last election. So we have 3 cases of voter fraud, 3 cases, despite what the president tweeted out earlier today. The only documented cases of voter fraud in Pennsylvania were these 3 cases. And my dude in Texas owes Pennsylvania a big bank.
Well, so Donald Trump tweeted today that more votes were cast in Pennsylvania than there are voters. He's trying every version of this possible. Obviously, you're the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania. You'd know if that's the case.
Well, of course. And let me give you the background on that nonsense. 17 snake handlers out of the Pennsylvania House, just 17 of them, not one state senator, not even the state party owns this. Some random House members sent out this ridiculous, like simp tribute to the president. And of course, the president would retreat anything that tries to cast out on the election. There's zero fraud in Pennsylvania, save for these 3 cases that brought us here together tonight for this conversation. They know that. The president knows that. Joe Biden is going to be the next president. Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows that. But again, he's still waiting for Dan Patrick to pay him because all the voter fraud that he found, he did find voter fraud, but the voter fraud was in favor of Donald Trump. They wanted to vote several times for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has unanimously won the dead mother's vote in Pennsylvania. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.